flow there. So here's an example of how to use artificial intelligence and generative AI to do a summary of some information you found. So here is the AI educator, Dan Fitzpatrick, and I really like what he has to say about education and how teachers can use AI and the power for students to individualize learning and so on and so forth. So this survey was really powerful. So let's take a look at some information. So you can find him on YouTube. You can find him, basically wherever you can find podcasts. Well, I want to summarize this, and I want to share the results with you. If you are, a CHS staff member, that's who I'm making this for. And I wanted to share with you how I am using AI currently for just simple summarizations and finding the goodies. So here's an example. So if I go over to Magic School, and Magic School is the Olympia School District is using Magic School. It's something I'm using with my students now. And so when you sign in to magicschool.ai, use your school district credentials, you can get in and you can see Raina. Raina is a chatbot, similar to ChatGPT and other chatbots like this. And so you can have it generate based on prompts. So I presume a lot of people are familiar with that. Like I can ask it questions, it's going to give me some results. So here's what I did. I wanted it to summarize the podcast. And so I just put the link in there and it says, sorry, I'm unable to do that. Like, okay. So it, says that if I could give it some more information, it could then do that. So what I did is I just said, summarize the podcast with major bullet points. It just generated this. Now, this may or may not be that accurate. It's actually, I don't know, general, not really that helpful, but it has some information. But what I wanted to do is find the summary. Once I found the summary or the transcript, then it can go through the transcript. So what I found is that I couldn't find that very easily on the podcast at Apple's podcast. So I went over to YouTube, and in YouTube videos, when you click down here, I'm viewing underneath it, you'll see that you can see the transcript. And if you show the transcript, you can copy this. And what I did is I copied the whole thing in there and I said, summarize this podcast transcript with major bullet points in 1 page or less, add timestamps to the key points. So I did that, and this is what it generated. Wait for it. I scroll down. It generated this. And this is actually pretty detailed. It has some key points in there and so on and so forth. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But I want it to run again, except with the, and again, this is me, run again and high top 3 issues, not even misspelled issues. And so what it did is summarized material, but then the top 3 highlights were lack of training and preparedness for teachers. That's what we are feeling. Regulations are a big concern. And so that's an issue, and ethical implications of AI. So this is pretty accurate. Having listened to the podcast a number of times, it really summarized this piece really, really well. So if I were going to create an email and send it to everybody, let's just pretend that I'm making an email. Oh, here it is right here. I could put this in and let me click here. I'm building this live. This is so much fun. I'll just paste in that content. And also I would like to put a comment here saying this was generated by AI, and in particular, Raina from Magic School. And I'll fine tune and tweak this and send this out. I'm also going to send a link to this video you're watching now because I don't know. I like to see how people are doing things, and people who are much more adept with using AI will point out some other cool highlights. But I wanted to just show you an example of a tool that the school district has offered us to use with our kids. And I am going to be using Magic School quite a bit with my students starting this week, and showing them how to use prompts and how to customize things and use iteration and check for quality and how to use it appropriately, and the school district's policy about AI. Anyway, I just wanted to create this because I'm finding this fascinating. The time savings is incredible. The differentiation potential is incredible. Students taking over and having agency of directing their own learning is incredible. Obviously, students need help with this. We need help with this. And I know the district's putting together a bunch of trainings for the rest of this year and for next year, which are going to be really exciting. So I just wanted to jump in and share this with you. If anybody watched this, hey, thanks for watching it to the end, and hope you're having a great day. Have a good one.